Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome to a brand new video on this channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a brand new 6'8 paint beast, both defensively and offensively. Before we get into it, I would ask you guys to please subscribe and like the video. It'll help me so much, and it's totally free. It's a two-way inside-out threat, and it's got the shades of Jalen Williamson, Jason Tatum, and Kawhi Leonard. So you know it can shoot, drive in the basket and get to the rim, and defend. So let's get straight into it. So as you guys can see, the close shot has 63, and because it's 63, I don't really care if it's 63 because it doesn't really matter to me at least, and yeah, it just doesn't really make any sense for me to put that higher for me. Of course, it's personal preference, but for this build, I chose to not put it that high. And then we move on to driving layup. It's on 80 because you don't really need 90 driving layup and 99 because it is good as 80. Trust me, it is good. Again, you can put up a 90. It's just gonna kind of ruin the other stats. I wanted it to. Again, it's a mixed build, so it's gotta be like that. I'm sorry. And then we got into driving dunk. It's an 86. And I chose to put it at an 86 because you'll still get posterizers, you'll still get the good dunks, you'll still get all kinds of good dunks and good layups with that. And then when we got onto standing dunk, I don't find that that important, so I chose to just scrap that. And yeah, and here we go to the mid-range. I put it on a 70 because you can still get greens with a 70. You can still hit the clean mid-range pull-up shots and post shots in the mid-range. You can still hit those and get greens, and contested mid-range shots. You can still get them. So that's just it. I find that I tested it and it fits perfectly with the build. So we go on to 3-point shots. 3-point shots are 83, and that's the ultimate max on the build. And the reason why it's 83 is because, again, you can still hit greens, you can still hit as many greens, and we're trying to make the build mixed so they can do everything with the build. And yeah, you can still hit open threes, contested threes, all kinds of threes, pull-up threes, fadeaways, whatever. And as you can see before, I put it a little bit down to 80 to see what the difference would make, and it does make a pretty high difference in, or not that high, but a pretty big difference in badges. So you get more Hall of Fame by putting it on 83. You get more Hall of Fame badges and gold badges, and so and the free throws, I mean, this is a park build. It isn't really a pro-am build or my career build or rec build. It's purely based off of playing on the park, 2v2, 1v1s, whatever. Yeah, and again, he's a big guy. I mean, I don't really know the reason why it should be high if you're playing, park, because there's no free throws. So yeah. Now, on pass accuracy, there's 80. And the reason why it's on 80 and why it's so high is because in 2K24, pass accuracy is very important, and people can just intercept the passes if it's on a 70 or a 65 or a 60. So that's why it's so high, because you want to get the passes and you want it to be direct, and you don't want the ball to get stolen while you're in park and all that. Then we go on to ball handling. That's also on an 80. So you're a big guy, 80. I think that's enough for dribbling, in my opinion, for a big guy. I mean, you can see this build. It's mixed, it's mixed. It's got good ball handling and everything, so it's still good. Speed with ball is 77. Now I know some of you might complain that is so slow, that's so whatever, but 77, I think that's enough. You'll still get the drives in, you'll still get the drives everywhere, and in park, in 1v1s and 2v2s and everything, it's so easy to get past the opponent. You don't need that much speed really, unless you're going only for dunks. So you can change that if you want. Me personally, I didn't change that, but I thought that was perfect for mine. So yeah. So now we move into defense, and for the interior defense we have an 80, and that's just enough. I mean, having a 70 doesn't make much of a difference, but we want the badges, so we have to put it up to an 80. 80 interior defense will help you with the, the post, when they post up, trying to do a post move. You'll just strip them off, like you'll literally strip them. Pause. But yeah, that's what I mean. Perimeter defense is 86. Now, that is really helpful in case, like you get you contest the threes that they're trying to pull up for, and they won't be able to hit as many shots as they would if you weren't guarding them. So yeah. Then we move on to steal, and steal is a 90. 90 steal will literally, you'll get more steals than regular. Like you'll get so many steals, and honestly, it's so good to have steals in park and in 1v1 and 1v2, 2v2 and 3v3 and stuff like that. It's so good to have it, and it's just really helpful, and just, yeah, it'll help you a lot. Now we move on to block, and I put that on a 63. The reason why I put it on a 63 is because when you're 6'8", the blocks kind of just come to you, in a sense that, like, if someone's posting up, you have your interior defense on an 80, and then if you jump, try to block, boom, it'll get straight out of there. Even without having it on a 90 or an 80, it'll still get out of there because you have it. Like, you're so tall, you're a big guy, it'll come naturally. Next up is the offensive rebound. So offensive rebound, of course, you're a big guy, you'll get the rebounds naturally. You're a big guy. Now onto the defensive rebounds. It's a 73 because, of course, defensive rebounds are much more important, and that'll help you much more. It'll up the chance of you getting more rebounds. Now onto the physicals, and speed is an 80. And that's really important because if you have 80 speed, honestly, that's good enough for this build, and it's really good. 75 for acceleration. Acceleration, it might not be the best acceleration, but it's a max on this build, unfortunately. But it's still okay. You'll still get past. You'll still get the drives. You'll still get you're good. Now we move on to strength, and strength is a 75. That allows you to get a bronze bully. Bronze bully is enough, man. I'm telling you guys, it's enough. Bronze bully is amazing. You'll literally absorb the contact and just push them away. You'll quite literally bully them. You'll bully the defenders. You'll be able to push people away, get posterizer dunks, get everything. Like, it'll up the chance of you getting contact dunks. That's it. Vertical, 75. Now, vertical is also pretty important in 2K24. It'll up the chances of you, succeeding in getting those dunks and layups and all those type of things. And of course, vertical is basically how much you're jumping, like how high you're jumping. And honestly, it's pretty important in this game. And of course, 99 stamina. You need a lot of stamina, and that's pretty good. So yeah, that was the stats of the build. Feel free to switch up some things, but I hope this build actually does wonders for you guys, because I tried making a big guy and everything. But now we're gonna go onto the badges. Now the finishing badges, you'll have Gold Aerial Wizard, you'll have Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, you'll have Hall of Fame Pro Touch, you'll have Gold Limitless Takeoff, Silver Fearless Finisher, like it's Silver Posterizer, Silver Slither. Like, of course, there's not that many Hall of Fames or golds, but it's okay. You still have silver in those things that are kind of important, you still have silver, and you're still, your stats are kind of, you still get some good, you still get some good dunks and some good layups. Trust me, I tested this build. Even without the badges, it still works well. Now we move on to the shooting. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hall of Fame badges, and those contain Space Creator, Volume Shooter, Comeback Kid, Clutch Shooter, and Slippery Off Ball. All these ones can help you on the court, perimeter, like perimeter and mid-range. It'll help you. Like, you'll be a beast. Like, you will score those open threes. You will score those open mid-ranges. Like, yeah, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold badges, which contain of Amped, Claymore, Green Machine, Guard Up. Like, but there's one problem: limitless ranges on bronze. Again, can't do much about it. You have all these other badges that are amazing, and even though that one's the most important one, again, this is a mixed build, so there's not much to it. But again, all these other badges can help you so much in the perimeter and in the mid-range, so just keep that in mind for the next time you think about that when you play with this build. Then we move on to playmaking. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gold badges that contain of Hyperdrive, Post Playmaker, Vice Grip, Floor General, Dimer, Break Starter, Ankle Breaker. Like, what more can you ask for? Like, those are the best, like, in my opinion, some of the best badges you can have, and they're on gold, so I could not have asked for more. And then you have a Hall of Fame special delivery, which is also amazing. But the one thing that's also kind of iffy is that the handles for days and mismatch expert is on bronze. Again, not much you can do about that. Again, it's a mixed build, so you're gonna have some downs, you're gonna have some ups. So yeah, I tried to make the ups really good ups. So again, as you see, it's good. Now we move on to the defensive badges, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold badges, which contain of Workhorse, Menace. Workhorse and Menace are one of my 2 favorite badges. They're so good on the defense. They'll help you so much. Every time I play with them, they've helped me extremely. Like, even when I was bad at defense, it helped me so well. Like, it's just one of the best, some of the best badges in my opinion. Then we have Hall of Fame off-ball pest, which will help you get through the screens when you're defending and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, this build basically contains a lot of ups and downs, but most of the ups are really good ups, and most of the downs are like, they matter, but at the same time they really don't matter. And it's a mixed build. And yeah, so I'm really happy about the badges. I hope you guys are too. And then there was one thing that came to mind, and I want to show you guys. So basically, I changed the perimeter defense to an 88, so that would unlock Hall of Fame Workhorse and Gold Challenger. And then I also changed the free throw to I think it was 73. And yeah, basically I just changed some stuff so that it would unlock more badges and stuff like that. But actually it was a 72 now that I see it. And I put the block a little bit down because, again, it doesn't really matter. You're a big guy, you can get blocks, whatever. But I just wanted to say, guys, I really appreciate if you guys liked the video, if you guys subscribed. It really doesn't cost anything. It's free. And the only thing it'll do is help me grow my channel. And I really just want to show you guys more builds. And this is actually one of my first, it's my first build that I've ever made by myself without any inspiration from any others. I just made it by myself. Of course, guys, I really want you guys to send some tips to what I could do to make a better build like this. I know it's not a perfect build, but I feel like maybe it's a good starter build. Like, this is the first build that I've ever made by myself. So I just want some tips, and if you guys can give me that, I'll be really grateful. And honestly, I'm excited for us to have a journey on YouTube, and I've been really excited to put videos out. I've always wanted to put videos out since I was a child and play video games for you guys to see. And you know what? I'm excited for the future to come, and I'll see you guys in the next video where I'll be showing you guys the build. Bye.